Good morning, everybody, or good evening, depending on where you live in the world. Welcome to the channel. I'm the Pretty Green Vinyl guy, Edwin, and welcome to my channel. As I said, excited to bring you another video. I've been trying to be a little more consistent. Season's greetings to everyone, and hope everything's going well for everyone in the build-up to Christmas, Hanukkah, whatever you're celebrating this year. And belated happy Thanksgiving to my US friends, which brings up Black Friday shopping, which I didn't do a video on. To start with, on Sunday, just passed, I participated in a pop-up record show, little pre-Christmas show, and I had a table at it, sold some vinyl, purged a little bit, which is great. And of course I picked up a few things, and one of the things I picked up was this little ditty. This is Tashiki Taruchi and the Bunnies. It's playing in the background. It's like a double cover. This is a Japanese pressing. And this is Takeshi is a surf guitarist from Japan, if you like. And this album is all the classics from like Schubert and Beethoven and Tchaikovsky, Puccini, all done in a surf guitar vein. And it's kind of like, it almost sounds like a Kill Bill soundtrack in a little bit of a crazy way. Absolutely fabulous. There was, because this was a pop-up, it was in sort of this area where these people do events, and they have a sound system, so people were playing vinyl, and someone next to me that was selling a bunch of Japanese vinyl played this, and I was like, I'll take it. So yeah, this is Tashiki Taruchi and the Bunnies, which is a nice segue into the contest that I'm holding right now. I am having my 500 subs contest, and the theme, of course, is music from around the world. Now, a couple of people have said, is it world music or is it just anything? And it's whatever you want. I don't care. Just, do something fun, have fun with it. Show some music from around the world. It could be traditional world type music. It could be a rock band from Finland. It doesn't matter. Just to share some different music for all of us to see is kind of what the thought was. So a little bit of Japanese surf rock / Kill Bill soundtrack. Yeah, so the contest is open until the end of December. December 30th, I think I wrote on the original posting. So keep the entries coming in. I think tons of subs. I think only about 4 or 5 contest entries so far. But maybe it was the wrong time of the year to have a contest. I mean, I know people are super busy. I know, I'd be like, I don't know if I can get a contest entry in. So, I mean, do your best. It is what it is. I didn't pick when I reached 500 subs. That's all I'm saying, right? So if you have time, if you can sneak in an entry, that'd be great. Thank you to those that have entered already. Some great videos. I've already written down like a dozen bands and albums that I need to find, and that's what it's all about. So yeah, the contest, check my channel. I'll put a link at the end of this video. And let's get into some finds. So it was Black Friday. Yeah, Black Friday on the Thanksgiving weekend in the States, which of course comes into Canada. And I did sneak out from work. I went to the mall where we have a Sunrise Records, which I've talked about before, which is a chain in Canada. So, which is kind of weird because I thought Record Store Day was for independent retailers, and Sunrise Records has 25, 30 stores across Canada. It's actually owned the same guy that owns Sunrise Records. I was just reading an article. He was the one that bought HMV in England, and he's trying to bring HMV back. Could be interesting, especially with Amazon and how easy it is to buy online. But I wish him the best, especially being a Canadian. So yeah, so Sunrise Records, they had um, a very small amount, and I bought 2 records there. And then my local record store, privately owned, they participated in record store day, but he didn't want to pay for the shipping for it to arrive on time, so his stuff actually didn't arrive until the next week. And I managed to pick up 2 there. I'm on the fence. There's still one more I might go buy and get. Of course, the album I wanted was the one that everybody wanted, which was the Pearl Jam Unplugged, which no one got here. I just won one on eBay, so I will have that. Actually did pretty good on the bid. I paid $60 US, which, considering that most of the ones on eBay were going for 120, I was not going to pay that. That was my max, and maybe because the auction ended at like 5 in the morning, maybe that was my lucky, my luck, my Irish luck, that no one else was up to bid on it. But I thought 60 US was, I mean, I don't know what it was on record store day, but anyway, it is what it is. It's like the stock market. The stock went up, and if you want it, you got to pay for it. Anyway, this is what I did get. I did manage to get The Doors live at the Isle of Wight. You guys have all seen these because everyone's been showing them, but I just wanted to kind of show you what I managed to pick up. Didn't see a lot of people show this. This was because of the love affair of U2 and the VC. But this was U2's first EP, which was re-released for the first time since 1970, I don't know, 7 or something like that. When would this have come out? Of course, it's not going to say. But anyway, this had 3 songs on it. This had Out of Control, and then the B-sides were Stories for Boys and Boy Girl. And this was packaged exactly how it was back then. Now, for you non-Canadians, you probably won't have heard of this next guy, but this is Colin James. And Colin James is a Canadian guitar player extraordinaire. He had some crossover hits, that sort of bluesy rock, when that was kind of big post-grunge, I guess. He had a couple of hits in North America with this. And what this is called National Steel. So this is all steel guitar work. And this has a lot of classic blues and soul songs on it, like These Arms of Mine, Going Up to the Country, Somebody Have Mercy. Very, very, this was only released on CD because this was, one of those 90s, 1997 this was released. So it never had a vinyl release. So I actually didn't even know about this and was surprised when I saw it, and of course picked it up. Was it on colored vinyl? Yes, it was. That gray silver. There's a lot of things on this color right now, so I'm thinking maybe that's like almost like no different than black vinyl anymore. And my last record store pickup was the Miles Davis. I wanted the Live in Japan. Never did show up anywhere around me. So this is Early Minor. This is his band features Wayne Shorter, John McLaughlin, Chick Corea, Herbie Hancock, Joe Zawinul, Dave Holland, Joey Chambers, and Tony Williams. This is on a Columbia 2i repress. And I guess this is kind of a 70s lineup. It's only 3 songs, but side 2 is almost 27 minutes of the one song, so a little bit of jamming going on there. That was Miles Davis. So yeah, that was my record store day pickup, which I'm happy with that. There's a Alice Cooper $1 Billion Baby live. I'm not a huge Alice Cooper fan, but I wonder if I should just get that. If anyone has that and you have some feedback, is it worth getting? There's also a Geddy Lee. Again, I'm a moderate Rush fan. I mean, I have Moving Pictures, I have a couple others. But that Geddy Lee, there is a couple of songs in there that is really good. So I'm on the fence on that one. So again, if anyone picked that one up and you give it a thumbs up, maybe I will go back and get it. It's kind of hidden in my local record store, so I don't think anyone's going to grab it. Okay, so moving on, some used vinyl that I've picked up. This is one I was kind of happy to get. This is Bobby Gentry, Ode to Billy Joel, in pretty nice condition. This is on Capital Rainbow. It does have a sticker there. I can probably get that off. And has anyone ever Googled Bobby Gentry? She's like a recluse. You know, she was a really beautiful looking lady, and she had a beautiful voice. And this is a Canadian, or is it an original? I don't know, but it's pretty damn old. Anyway, Bobby Gentry, Ode to Billy Joel. Billy Joel. Billy Joe. Okay, next we have Mark Bolan and T-Rex. This is Billy Super Duper. This was released after his death, and it's kind of like, you know, what was left around on the cutting room floor. And this is kind of cool because it's released on red vinyl. When, you know, they didn't really do a lot of colored vinyl back in the day. It's got a great shot of Mark Bolan on the center label there. And this was put out by his fan club after his death. And the label's called Mark on Wax. This is the official Mark Bolan fan club release from Bath in Avon, UK. And this has a couple of songs that you can only find ever on this. So yeah, I was really happy to find that. It's in good shape, except for there's one little pull-off sticker here that's not going to be able to be changed, like it pulled off some of the paint, as they say. Yeah, so Mark Bolan, T-Rex. It's funny because the other video that I have going on right now, that's officially a thread because 2 more people have done a version. Vinyl Rich did a response, and Mazzy did a response. And I've had some other people write that they are considering responses. So got my first thread going. And actually Vinyl Rich has done a part 2, so now I feel like, do I have to do the part 2 to thread from his? Way too confusing. But I think between the 3 of us, we've pretty much knocked off every possible, you know, UK punk album there is. This is one I didn't have that Mazzy showed. This is The Modern World. And I got this at the show on Sunday because I was the only Jam album I don't have. And this is a Japanese pressing. There's no obi, but you can tell by the nice little half circle bag that it's a Japanese pressing. Not my favorite Jam album because maybe that's why I didn't have it. But you know, a couple of good songs nonetheless. And I had to fill. I mean, I'm a massive Paul Weller Jam style council person, so I really did need this to finish it off. But there you go, the Jam. This is Modern World. Just gonna flip this. And then funny, another one I didn't have to finish the collection. I also got this on Sunday. This is a repress. This is Nick Drake's Brighter Later. Brighter Later, I think is how you say it. It is a repress, but it's got the textured cover. And it's on a, look like an old Island label, but it's 180 grams, so. Again, this is the one I was missing from his collection, so nice to have that. Beautiful album. I think Steve Carlson had this in his, you know, favorite must-have, but not ultimate top 100 list, something, whatever that's called, his list that he's doing right now. But yeah, great album. And then a couple of represses that have been reissued lately. Don't need to say much about these, but this is Pearl Jam. This is not dent it. That's just the way it was made to look with the old book. This is Phytology. What was this, the second album? This had Better Man on it. Last Exit, Better Man, Immortality, Not For You. Yeah, I wasn't well received originally when it first came out. I remember like everyone walked around and like, dude, that new Pearl Jam is not good. You were following up 10. My God, one of the best debuts of all time. I think I had 6 singles out of nowhere. And you plop this baby down and people are like, oh, dude, I'm so disappointed in the new Pearl Jam. It's just not as good. But, you know, this became one of those albums that after you listen to it 10 times, you were like, wow, this is such a good album. So, yeah, this totally ended up living up to 10 in the end. And maybe even better because it didn't have the repetitive songs that everybody hears over and over and over again, right? You get tired of those singles. Another reissue. I've been waiting for this. I know I commented on Dean's channel. This is, of course, Queens of the Stone Age, Songs for the Deaf. This is a new 2019 repress with a lovely gatefold. What can you say? 2002, probably the album of that year. Fantastic album. And then this is one, I loved the first album, never liked anything afterwards, really hated them in the 90s. And that's Chicago. Of course, this is the Chicago Transit Authority, and this is the 50th anniversary of their debut album. And this is a wonderful album. You know, they never matched the quality of the sound on this ever again. And just a great, great album. That introduction song, which is just this big jam of all this craziness going on. And then, does anybody really know what time it is? Beginnings. They do a killer version of I'm a Man. Questions 67 and 68. Just a great album all the way through. This is a double celebrating the 50th anniversary. This is put out, I think it's Rhino? Yes. Very, very good. Very happy to get that. And then the rest are some new vinyl, not reissues, that are new this year. And the first, this is a guy I came across on iTunes, just sort of mucking around. I think I read online this was one of the hot albums out of England for 2019. Never heard of the guy before. And this is Richard Dawson. I think the album's called 2020, not X. And this guy, he had a debut album a couple of years ago, and it was like medieval folk songs, kind of modernized, but you could totally tell they were medieval folk songs. And I downloaded that song on iTunes. And then this is, I believe, more original material. There's a song on here called Jogging. It's all about a guy that suffers from depression and he discovers jogging. It's an awesome song. And this is a really good album. Highly recommend it. This is not Richard Dawson from Family Feud, coincidentally enough. A different Richard Dawson. I believe that guy passed away. So yeah, Richard Dawson. That's how I remembered the name. I was like, gotta remember that guy's name. Family Feud, Richard Dawson. Bam, 2020. Very good album. Next we have, now this is one, hold on a second here. This is not a whack-a-mole, Mazzy. I was just grabbing some vinyl. I'm not stealing your idea. But, oh, that's the wrong guy. But I wanted to do a video, and Mazzy beat me to it. He beat me to it on 2 videos, by the way. This is Leonard Cohen. Thanks for the Dance. His release done by his son. Fantastic album. Absolutely brilliant. It's dark, it's eerie, it's poetic, everything you want in a Leonard Cohen album. Highly recommend this. And my good friend Mazzy, he did a Leonard Cohen video. And I wanted to do a Leonard Cohen video. So here's all my Leonard Cohen I was trying to have out. And yeah, as Mazzy's done a great job, there's no need to do it. But if you don't know Leonard Cohen, if you haven't checked out Leonard Cohen, his new album, The Future, fantastic. Songs of Leonard Cohen, Popular Problems. This was his last official release. You Want It Darker. Various Positions. This has Hallelujah on it. Songs from a Room. Songs about when his girlfriend dumped him. New Skin for Old Ceremony. And you know what? Even a Greatest Hits. So yeah, Leonard Cohen, fantastic Canadian artist, amazing music. Good job on the video, Mazzy. This is a brilliant psych album. This is the Claypool Lennon Delirium, South of Reality. This, of course, is Les Claypool from Primus on bass, and Sean Lennon, John and Yoko's son. I discovered them, again, mucking around on the internet. This band playing at a festival somewhere. Fantastic. This is their second album. There is one previous to this, which I'm going to have to find. This is a 2019 release. It's on a really funky, psychedelic splatter. And yeah, psych rock is alive and well with these guys. Brilliant. This is a new comp. I had heard about this and I was like, yeah. But then I saw it in the store and I actually physically held it. This is the Pink Floyd, The Later Years. This is from 1987 to 2019. And very cool gatefold. The two biggest albums that they did. Momentary Lapse and The Division Bell, Alternative Photos. And this is basically live shows from Network in 1990. There's some Division Bell sessions, so stuff that wasn't some B-sides. A 2019 remix, Pulse Tour Rehearsal, Delicate Sound of Thunder Tour, Comfortably Numb from Network again, Sorrow, a 2019 remix, Learning to Fly, a 2019 remix, High Hopes from the Division Bell Sessions, another 2019 remix, another live at Network, and another Run Like Hell from the Delicate Sound of Thunder. So this is actually very good. Lots of things that you wouldn't already possibly have. And yeah, like I say, beautifully packaged. Like this feels like this is like a photograph. It's not like an album sleeve. It's really, really well put together. And there's a fantastic book with all sorts of live stage drawings, more stage drawings. They got the props. There's their set list from Earl's Court, Wednesday, October 12th. Yeah, highly recommend this. Really, really good. And my last purchase, now, for all of you people that have already done your best albums of 2019, you gotta wait till all the releases come out. You're too early to the start. You made a false start because I'm going to show you an album that could possibly be the best release of 2019, and it just came out. This is Neil Young's and Crazy Horse, Colorado. This just dropped. And I've listened to side one because you got to get into Neil Young, man. It's killer. This is like Neil. This is back on form. This is his best album in years. This is a double album, nice gatefold. There's Neil. And yeah, so this is the first time back with Crazy Horse in I don't know how many years. And yeah, Nils Lofgren, right? He plays on this album. It's the first time the two of them have played together in, I don't know, 20 years or something like that. I mean, you guys know, I don't know everything about everybody and everything about Neil Young, but I am a huge Neil Young fan. And I got to tell you, this is a fantastic album. Colorado. So yeah, guys, there's my update. It's probably be the last update before the Christmas break into January. We'll see what Father Christmas brings and Boxing Day and all those other things. So you guys don't get Boxing Day in the US. See, that's our big, almost like, that was our Black Friday, Boxing Day. There was no releases, but that's when everything used to be on sale. I mean, I used to line up at 5 in the morning on Boxing Day for our local store in Western Canada called A&B Sound. I mean, that was our thing. My friends and I we'd walk out there with like 25, 30 CDs, you know, in the 90s. That was the thing. Anyway, thanks for watching. Again, contest is running till the end of December. It's I think I said a $40 Canadian Amazon gift card or equivalent. So if you're into that, drop a video, tag me on the video, on the contest video. And yeah, peace out, everybody. Have a great day.